Okay, Broncos country, halftime hash. Gonna watch the end of this. Hopefully, get a miss here. We'll see what happens. 10 seconds left in the first half. Denver currently down 7-10. Make sure you're posting your questions, comments, concerns. I might be delayed. I'm on the YouTube live stream, so you guys may have already seen this happen. I'm gonna watch it live as I'm talking about it. Let's see what happens. And it's up, and it's good. Okay, so 13-7 for the Indianapolis Colts against Denver Broncos. 7-13. Ow! Oh, what a terrible first half for the Denver Broncos. Just in general, all around. David will be joining us here in a second. Post your questions, comments, concerns about what's going on. What is happening right now to the Denver Broncos is really kind of the question, I think, across Broncos country. I want to start with saying we knew that Anthony Richardson is a runner. He's a runner, and that's what's going to happen. And for some reason, we didn't game plan against it. I don't know. Like every time he's got the design runs, he's gotten at least 10 plays or 10 to 12 yards. Not a big fan of it. Obviously, we're ending this. It looks like they're going to do a kickoff. We'll probably down it. I'm kind of talking continuously, but hey, post your questions, comments, concerns while we finish watching this game. Thank you guys for joining us at the original halftime hash here at Bourbon Broncos No BS Orange Weekly. Rough first half for the Denver Broncos. That's really all I got to say. 13-7 is not where we thought we would be right now. And man, what are we doing wrong? Offense can't get anything going. We get one touchdown. We got an interception. Bo Nix throws an interception that I feel like we haven't really normally seen from Bo Nix, which is kind of rough. Wish we could have taken that back. And I feel like he takes that back too. I feel like he could wish that he took that back too, but what a rough first half. Sean Payton super angry at the refs all game. As I'm watching this on the show, super angry with what's going on. The penalties. Yeah, we're going to take a knee. Here we go. All right, cool. So yeah, please guys, post your questions, comments, concerns, post them in the comments, whether you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, X, whatever we're calling now. Post your questions, comments, concerns as we get into this game. Obviously, the Broncos super disappointed in the way that first half went. I do not think that's how we wanted it to go, obviously. A couple big plays led up. Here's my biggest takeaway and something that we need to stop in the second half is it is 3rd and long, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9. Why are they running the ball? And why are we not stopping it? How are they getting first downs on running the ball on 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9? That is just absolutely ridiculous. We need to stop that. Bo Nix's decision-making, he's okay for most part. There's a couple times where at the end of the game, at the end of that drive where we probably could have drove down, tied it up instead of it being where it's at now, 13-7, it could have been 10-10. Dumping it down on that 3rd down play, whether that was a play call, whether that was something else, over to you guys on how you guys feel about that. But in general, tough. Not what you kind of want when you're talking about a third and medium with a false start. Unfortunately, again, you get pushed back. That was probably what in my head, what happened was that was the play call for the 3rd and short. And then they didn't change the play call after the false start, which is wrong. And that's just something that they have to go back and deal with when they get back in the locker rooms. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what else you guys saw in that first half, and we'll talk about it. But that's the biggest one. Bo Nix's decision making there at the end, and then and again, rookie, right? You gotta kind of give it to him for that. But you also have to look at for the offensive side of it, from the defensive side of it, like what are we doing to not stop Bo? Like what are we not doing to stop Anthony Richardson? And as I get into this, David, I talked about this. We talked about there's design runs for Anthony Richardson. Every single design run has gone for a first down. What are we doing wrong?
Well, I think honestly, it's just something they have to adjust to a little bit. They did have one towards the end of that second half that they were able to shut down a little bit more effectively. But yeah, to me, the offense is the one having the problem right now. I'll say this for the defense. I think they've kind of tightened it up as the half has gone along, especially in the run defense. I think they're containing Jonathan Taylor a little bit better than they were on those first 2 drives, Jared. I mean, is it if the Colts offense plays like it is now for the rest of the game, it feels like the Broncos have a really good chance to just go back and take this one. Am I wrong?
Yeah, no, I mean, look, if we are continuing to progress, like the progression and the bell curve on this is going to turn up so bad, or turn up so good. But I don't know, man. Let's get to some comments real quick. Mitchell Fabroni, Sean, with our Fabroni with the saving PR for the touchdown on the punt return. Yeah, big tackle from Mitch Fabroni. Nick says we need to go to run the ball. We are not successful running the ball, and it's kind of a I don't know.
Not that they're not. It's not that they're not trying.
It's not we're
either.
trying. Yeah. I mean, I think it's over the course of the entire year. You see it no matter what the running back is back there. We just can't get the ball on the ground and get some good yards. Sad we're losing. Wish we play better. Yeah, we're there with you, Sarah.
You're right there with you, Sarah.
Yeah, I am feeling it. Tackling is so bad. Yeah, I mean, I think I talked about it before you came on, David. The fact that we're giving up 3rd and long running plays for first downs. That has been absolutely killing drives. Like the difference between both scoring drives, 3rd and longs, and they run the ball and they get the first down with Jonathan Taylor. And I think a big part of that, one of them was just a missed tackle. Franklin Myers, and again, Franklin Myers makes up for it with a sack later on. But Franklin Myers just absolutely misses a tackle in the backfield. And we talk about gap sound and the way that this one missed tackle is the difference between 10 yards and 1, and that's what ended up being. So, yeah, tough break.
It's part of the playing. It's part of the playing the style of defense that the Broncos do on run D. It's a penetrating defense. It's we want to get through the gap as fast as possible instead of like hold up a blocker in the gap because that's the kind of players we have. And when you have that kind of player and you get into the backfield, if he doesn't get him, then there's a big hole right there where he used to be, and nobody until you get to the linebacker or the secondary. So yeah, it's just kind of one of the consequences of playing that style of run defense. But yeah, I think we continue to see a little bit better out of the defense the second half. Yeah, we've got to talk about the offense finding a rhythm because it's not outside of the one bad Bo Nix throw that ends up being a pick that none of us really know what he saw there because that was tough. But other than that, it's not bad play by any one person. I feel like it's just we're not finding a real rhythm right now, and we've just got to get into a little bit of a better sequential play calling thing.
Yeah, definitely glad with on defensive the way Abrams is playing. I think that big pass breakup at the end of that first half, huge, right? But good on him. Daniil, shout out coming out from Troy Non Palms, checking us out. Appreciate you. Keep posting your questions, comments, concerns. Yeah, I like the Abrams play style. Our offense, it's for some reason we just can't get anything going, and we're stalling drives. We're just not playing. And with the bell curve, the way that it's going, I'd like to stay positive and say that these halftime adjustments that we're about to make to see what kind of defense they're playing and what kind of plays we can run is going to end up being to the success of the Broncos here in the second half. I do believe that our defense is much better in the second half in general.
And I'm confident in the offense too. I'm confident that they'll be able to turn things around and have a little bit more success going into the second half. You're not missing by much. It feels to me like there's just a couple of things they need to clean up, and if they do that, they can get back to the offense that we've seen go out there a little bit more reliably the last few weeks. So yeah, I'm thinking I still have the whole game's in front of you. You're down 13-7. You get the ball coming out of the second half. If you go down and score a touchdown, suddenly you're in the lead. And this game could look very, very different in just a few possessions. But the Broncos offense just has to go out there and execute.
Yeah, I mean, the defense doing the thing, stopping them and making sure that they stop them from scoring touchdowns and making sure they get field goals. And then, we got to come back after this half and drive down and get a touchdown. All right. So thank you guys so much. Comments are coming in. I'm going to try to hit them up. Let's see. Unfortunately, only getting the bits of game on red zone. Unfortunate. That sucks. It's been a lot of stalled drives on the offense. You probably hadn't seen a lot of other than the touchdown drive, maybe on the Broncos side. I think the interception really stopped that drive, that first one. If it wasn't for that interception, I feel like our offense is driving decently well. Run blocking, non-existent. Yeah, we've talked about this. And David, I know you're going to bring it up on Tuesday, and we'll make it a Tuesday conversation. So join in on Tuesday night because we're going to talk about the stats versus what we see with the naked eye on the run blocking piece. Because I still don't know how they make those statistics, David. We'll talk about that on Tuesday. So. Honestly, pretty happy to be only down 6. The way they've played, Son's adjustments at half consistently been pretty big. So hopefully we score. That's kind of our thought process too. I think the fact that we have a coaching staff that we have faith in to make halftime adjustments, come out and do the things that we need to do is big. So yeah, appreciate you guys' comments. Really appreciate it. We are almost at the end of our halftime. We got about a couple minutes left. David, last final thoughts before we go into the second half of this big game.
I'm with you, Sean, on the one hand, because we are kind of lucky just to be in this position, considering some of the misses that there have been. But on the other hand, like I said, I feel like we're close enough. I feel like you've seen, the Broncos haven't gotten into 3-and-out situations all that often. They've been converting third downs at a pretty reasonable clip. I think they're 4 for 7 right now. I think the whole game's still in front of you. There's offensive building blocks even in the first half to keep improving on, but I still have confidence that the Broncos can pull this one out. I think we can overcome this.
Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna pull it from our chat here. So Spotty says this is not the prepared Broncos team that I was expecting, and then John says agreed, but we're not panicking yet. I think that kind of just in general emphasizes everything that we're feeling. Like, yeah, this is not what we're expecting, but also not time to panic. I think this is just a time to sit back, relax, enjoy some Broncos football, and the fact that we're playing meaningful football in December.
Yeah,
man,
yeah, for sure, very meaningful. And
if I'm going to take Anthony Richardson versus Bo Nix, I'm taking Bo Nix to come up and finish this game. That's just how it is. And I feel that I'm going to feel that till my dying day. I think this is the right thing to do. And I think that our coaching staff, our offense, our defense is going to come back and turn it around.
With you 100%.
So let's see. Andrew says, well, we all got to remember it's coming off the bye. These guys are getting the feel of playing back to see in the second half. Now, for the record, both teams are coming off the bye. So yes and no. We are the better team, and we're honestly showing that we're the better team. We're just letting up some big things. D-Rags says, need to let Estime run the ball. Williams not effective, and we can't get a yard on second or third and short. Shake my head. D-Rags, I have a lot to disagree with you. Join us on Tuesday, and I will tell you why. I love Estime. I'm not going to say I don't, but also I don't think it's Javonte Williams' fault in the balls that he's getting and the time and the reps that he is getting. All right, Mama. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yep. Go Broncos. Wrap them up. Yeah. We need to start wrapping them up. Allison with the hopefully. So, guys, thank you so much. I think the game is getting ready to come back. I maybe end this early. Am I in this early?
No, we're just about right here. They're showing the sheep, the kids trying to ride sheep at halftime in Denver.
Hey, there we go. All right, they're driving back out. Hey, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Really big Broncos football, Broncos possible playoff coordination as we're going into the second half of this Bronco football game against the Colts. Only down by 6. We get the ball to kick off the second half. Let's see how it works out. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Final thoughts, David.
Final thoughts. Let's go. I wouldn't mind seeing some more Estime carries. I think the defense tightens it up. I think the offense finds a rhythm, Jared. That's what I got for you.
Defense tighten up. Offense finds a rhythm. That is the absolute final take for the Orange Weekly Bourbon Broncos No BS halftime hash. Thank you guys for joining us. Let's get back to the game. It's time for kickoff. Ladies and gentlemen, we always end it on a very strong Go Broncos.